Hello, today you will learn how to, we're going to do this assignment right here. If it's a different date, that's okay, but it's the assignment is arithmetic and geometric sequences right here. And we're going to go over that. So go ahead and click on that. And then when you get there, you'll see three things, okay? Here it is, assignment lesson arithmetic. And then this is the assignment so that you go here and you open it up, click on the arrow right here, and then you can open it up. Now, right now, this is not you're not able to translate this right here, but this is the assignment. You can open it up in Kami, right, or in Kami if you want, so you can mark it up and write in it. But what you'll want to do is right now, this is the video that you're watching right now. That's what you're watching. But what you want to do is open this so you can do the translation. So go ahead and open this. Okay. And first thing is you have to make a copy. So you're going to go File, Make a Copy, and hit Make a Copy. Okay, so that opens up a new one. And then you can go to Tools, and you can go to Translate, and then you choose your language. And let's just say you want to do French, maybe. You do French. Hit Translate. And then all these are going to be the information from the assignment. So right here, whatever you should start by reading this, but the translation will be right here, okay? And then, for example, step number 1 right here is going to be a translation right here, okay? Okay, so that's how you can do this. So what I would first like you to do is I want everybody to go ahead and read this and then read that, okay? And then we're going to talk about this right here, this part right here, okay, on your assignment. So go ahead and please translate that and do this part right here, and then I'll go over it. So go ahead and read it in your language if you need to. Okay, so hopefully you read this and you understand it. First, we check to try and see if it is arithmetic sequence. What does that mean? It means you subtract the second from the first number. What does that mean? If this right here is let me go ahead and do this real quick. So this is the second number. This is the first number. So what it says, subtracting between the second and the first. So you take this one right here and you go 14 minus 10 equals 4. Okay? So what does that mean? It means that if you take 10 plus 4, it equals 14. And then 14 plus 4 equals 18. Yes. 18 plus 4 equals 22. Yes. So the pattern continues. So the pattern is, that means if it's an arithmetic sequence, this will be the common difference. So that means plus 4, plus 4, plus 4. So that is your common difference. So the next thing we want to do is we want to be able to find out what's the next number. What's this one right here, right? Well, if it's a common difference of 4, then that means we're going to go 22 plus this 4 equals 26. So this would be 26, okay? So that's how it works, okay? Good. So now we're going to look at the next thing. Okay, so the next thing we're going to look at is a geometric sequence. So make sure again that you go to the translation document and look at this one right here. So go ahead and read that one right there, translate it, and then come back here. And so if we're looking at geometric, what we want to do is we want to take the ratio. Let me do this. So we want to take the ratio. What does that mean? By taking the ratio of the second number over the first number, dividing the second number by the first. What does that mean? It means we take the second number and we go 20 divided by 10, or 20 divided by 10 equals 2, right? So then what we do is we say, okay, what does that mean? It means that this 10, So we go 10 times 2, the opposite, equals 20, right? Okay, does that continue? Does that continue like that? Well, let's see. Let's try 20 and 40. Is 20 times 2 equal to 40? Yes. And then try it one more time. The 40 to the 80. So is 40 times 2 equal 80? Yes. Yes. So that means the next one, to get to this one right here, we're going to go 80 times 2. Now that's what we call the common ratio when you multiply, okay? So that equals 160. Okay? So that's how you can tell if it's multiplication times 2 times 2 times 2 multiplication. That is a geometric, that is a common ratio. Okay? So now what I want you to do is go to the assignment. So let's look at the assignment. Okay, so now we're going to look at this. Now here we get a table. So we get a table. It shows us the figure number. The first one is 2. This number is 2. Second one, 9. So we're looking at this pattern here. How does this change? And can we tell, is it arithmetic or is it geometric? Okay, so what we can do is we can take the second number and see what happens. So we can try to see if it's arithmetic. So we go 9 minus 2, this one here, equals 7. So that means 2 plus 7 equals 9. We already know that. Okay, does it continue? Well, then we go 9 plus 7 equals 16. So yes, I'm going to try it one more time. 16 plus 7 equals 23. Yes. So that means that it goes up every time by plus 7, right? So it's going to be plus 7. So what is that? See if you remember. Is it arithmetic or geometric? It's arithmetic if it goes up by plus 7, okay? So if it's arithmetic, is it going to be a common difference or common ratio? Do you remember? It's common difference. Okay, what is the common difference or common ratio? In this case, it's common difference. Well, that's going to be this right here. It's how it increases, plus 7, or you can just put 7. So you can just put 7 is fine when you put in your answer. If the sequence continues, what will be the value of the fifth figure? Well, we already know that it goes up by plus 7. So we can take 23 and we can go 23 plus 7 equals 30. Okay, but if we're filling out the table, that 30 would go right there, right? It would be the one right there, okay? Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to enter our answers into Canvas, right? So we've got our first few answers, so let me go ahead and go back to Canvas. So now we're going to go here after you're done with the assignment, because there's more questions. You're going to have, now you can do questions 5 through 20. There's going to be more tables, so go ahead and do those. And when you finish, you go back to Canvas, you hit begin. Okay, go down here. So then what you do is, so question number 1, what was the correct answer that we got for that? That was A, and then 7, and then 30, okay? So A, 730. So now we're going to go back to Canvas, and we're going to just only type in the letter like this, A, lowercase, okay? A, 7, just only 7, not plus 7, and then 30, and those are the first answers. So then type the rest of your answers there, and when you're done, also make sure you select this choice, or always select this for a free point to make sure you understand, but you can always retake the quiz, okay? And then when you're done, you hit submit, and you'll be able to get your answer, but you can retake it as many times as you want. So that's how you do this assignment.